I have this cousin who just finished Form 4. We had talked for a long while, and suddenly they sent me a message saying, "Hi Vicky, it's your cousin. Is it possible to get a scholarship?" I replied to them, "I can't say for certain. You have to look and see what are the conditions and see if you meet them." I continue and ask them what their interests are, if they had applied for a public university in Kenya, if they have an access to a computer, and if they know how to Google. They say yes. I give them a search tree to which they apply. They would Google and notify me. After about half an hour, they send me a message saying, "It is a bit difficult. Is it possible you do it for me?" I replied, "Well, I cannot do it for you because I don't know you, and maybe you need to sleep and then you try again tomorrow." But this got me thinking, is it that my cousin is lazy, or is it actually difficult to look for a scholarship? And so this video is dedicated to my cousin and others who have sent me different questions on applying for and getting a scholarship. So let's get right into the first question. Yeah, I'll just read it for you. "Hi Victoria, I really need your help. I've been trying to apply to schools in Belgium, but I don't really seem to find any. Kindly assist on how I can get these schools and even scholarships. I will really appreciate." They go on further and say, "I don't find any undergraduate programs once I Google. Mostly I get masters and some say applications are closed. Please tell me which ones to apply to." What can I say? So the first thing is, of course, to find something, you need to search for it. So the first thing that you need to do when you're looking for scholarship is just Google, or you can use whatever your favorite search engine is. I can't remember the phrase I used back when I was looking for a scholarship, but it was something like International Scholarship Masters Statistics, or just, International Scholarship Kenyan. And let's see, if you just type that on your computer, what you get. If you just type International Scholarship Kenya, you will get a lot of results. And this, when I tap this, I'm trying to recreate my path. This led me to the Advanced Africa Scholarship, the advancedafrica.com, which is a portal for scholarships and other types of funding. You can be sure that I spent quite a lot of time browsing this page and all the interesting pages that I linked to. And one of the links that I clicked on led me to the Fleurus page, the organization that granted me my master's scholarship. What I liked about Advanced Africa is that the website is Kenyan, I think, because when you go to the About Us page, you see, common Kenyan name, and it's pretty structured, so you can clearly see the different categories, including scholarship for bursaries for secondary school, and there is scholarships for Kenyan colleges, the scholarship for Kenyan undergraduate, the scholarship for postgraduate, there's links to Catholic scholarships, scholarship in JKUAT, and just all sorts of scholarships. And then there's also international scholarships for Kenyan, and what else? It's just so many links. And there's also Ph.D. scholarships. There's if you're looking for jobs, you also have some links here. And if you are also looking for internship, there are some links. So it's really elaborate and has so many links. From my experience, also from this website, you'll see that both undergraduate and master scholarship are available. But I think I would say that there are more master scholarship than undergraduate scholarship. But that doesn't mean like there are none. So you just have to look and browse and yeah, see. Then the last point is, of course, when a scholarship, a call for scholarship is closed, you have two options. Either wait until the call is open and use that time to prepare for the application, or you look for other scholarships which are still open. I mean, you cannot do anything about the calls which are closed there. It's just you are too late, you have to wait. Yeah. Okay, and now the second question. Okay, now I really want a scholarship for PhD. I started at the University of Nairobi. I'm doing my thesis, but I have zero funding for research. If I could get some funding to pay fees and do the research, I'll appreciate. Option 2 is to enroll and work in Canada. I complete my PhD in Canada and live and work there. I'm desperate. I'm a single mother of 2 kids. Life in Kenya has become unbearable. Okay, so just before I finished my master's, I had seen a call for what is called a sandwich PhD scholarship. I contacted some supervisors or potential supervisors in Kenya and asked them if they could be my PhD supervisors, but they had some reservations, so yeah, that project just died right there. Anyway, what is a sandwich PhD scholarship? These are usually grants for a PhD project, which are a collaboration between a local university or a local research institute in Kenya and the university abroad. The university abroad grants or awards the scholarship and provides part of the supervision, and the doctoral student is supposed to visit a foreign university for a couple months per year, or I don't know, this varies. And then there's another supervisor in Kenya, and yeah, so you stay in Kenya and you stay a couple of months abroad. And I think these scholarships are perfect for people who want to pursue PhD and they still want to stay close to their family. So you get funding, you're still working in Kenya, and you don't need to move. Okay, that's that. And the third question. Hi Victoria, thank you for sharing your PhD journey. I'm applying for a PhD currently, and I just don't know which way. Are you still abroad? How can you help me? How likely are they to accept me? I have specialized in statistics too for my undergraduate. Okay, so if you don't know which way to go about a PhD, I would say first of all you need to know there are 2 types of PhD projects. One type is where there is a PhD proposal, the funding is ready, but then there is no doctoral students. The other type is you have a proposal, you're a doctoral or you're a potential doctoral student. You have a proposal and you're seeking funding, or you need to first figure out where you are. Do you have a proposal and you're looking for grants, or do a PhD where there's already a proposal ready and the funding ready, and then you just want a scholarship? So yeah, you need to keep in mind those things. Then how likely are you to be accepted or to be granted a scholarship? Well, I would say I don't know if there's a known formula to ascertain how likely anyone is, how likely you are to be accepted for a scholarship. But at the end, all the founder of a PhD project wants is not to waste their money. And so they will pick a candidate who they believe is highly likely to success. And And I guess your motivation for the project, good command in your subject area are the two biggest factors in deciding whether you would be accepted. So other factors include ability to work under minimal supervision, because PhD projects are really, you own the project, you run with it, then your supervisor they just push you a little bit, or they bring you to the right path in case you're digressing. You need to be a team player in a way that you need to include the ideas of your supervisor. Maybe you need to collaborate with other PhD students, or maybe you need to just collaborate with any other party who is interested in your project. Of course, you need good communication skills, because you need to write, you need to present, and management skills. You have a lot of work that needs to be done within 3 or 4 years, and you need to be able to do that on your own, and you still have to have extracurricular activities, or if you have family, you need to combine all these things. So time management skills are very important. Okay, and the next question. Hello, sorry to barge in your inbox, but I have a question and I hope you can help me. I'm a student at UN taking journalism. My dream has always been to study abroad, but more scholarship and grads are for masters and doctorate. So I decided to complete my bachelor's here and try to apply for scholarship after I finish my undergrad. So my question is, when is the right time to apply? Is it right after you graduate, or do you wait for some time and gain work experience before? And if so, chance to get a scholarship, do they fund your ticket and stay, or question mark. So the first question, when to apply? Immediately or after gaining some experience? The advantage of working before doing a master's is you get to know if you are really in the right field. Working gives you a chance to fine-tune your career path. I know people who have changed their fields once they start working, because you realize that's not my thing. And there are also people who develop interest not related to their previous diploma. Let's say I know a friend who studied nutrition, and then we did the same master's in statistics. In the same class, I was sitting with medical doctors and vet doctors who are also interested in statistics. But as long as you have some background courses in statistics, then you're also eligible to do a master's in statistics. And whenever you're applying for a scholarship, the eligible fields of study are usually indicated. But this is not only for statistics, so it's I don't know, maybe project management and other master's programs. But of course, there are some programs that you cannot just jump, or you cannot just get into. Let's say engineering, you cannot do a master's in engineering if you really didn't do a bachelor's in engineering. So it depends with what your background is and what the master's is. Can you combine these two easily? There are also some scholarships which need a letter from your employer to motivate why you need to do a master's course. Of course, if you're fresh graduate, then you cannot have a letter from your employer, which means then you just have to work. But that said, let's take the case of the Fleurus Master Scholarship. When you go to their website, you will see that they give highest consideration to people who are working, but they also accept applications from fresh graduates or people who are about to graduate, and you just have to motivate your application. So when to apply, it really depends with the conditions. And then number two is how you feel. Are you certain that's your field or not? Or yeah, if you really want to go into the field, then I think it's important that you master before working. Then the last question is, if you get a scholarship, do they fund your ticket and stay or what? So there are two types of scholarships. There are scholarships which are fully funded, and there are scholarships which are partially funded. The fully funded pay your fees, they pay your ticket, they take care of the visa, your health insurance, and they give you also a stipend from which you pay for your accommodation, food, and living expenses, and also study expenses. In my case, all the administration costs, including the medical checkup before you get a visa, and postage with DHL to Belgium, all these costs were reimbursed, but I had to produce a receipt. So that's a fully funded scholarship. The difference with partial funding is either they will pay half of the fees and then you pay the rest of the fees, or another form is the fees is totally covered and then you have to cover your stay and other expenses. And also that means you don't get a stipend, so you really have to pay for your stay. Yeah. Okay. Then another question. Hello Victoria, my name is Lucy and I really appreciate that you share the master scholarship programs. With a degree in procurement and diploma in pharmacy, what master's program should I apply for? Please help us, sister. Thank you. Well, this is a really personal question, but yeah, I totally have no idea what this person should study, because I think we need to think by ourselves, look at what we like and what we don't like. In my case, how did I get into statistics? Usually I think the third term in Form 4, you are supposed to pick the universities, or you have to pick the universities and the fields of study before we do the KCSE. And so you get a list of all available courses in all university. And in my applications, my first application, I think I had put electrical engineering. I had to be ambitious, and of course I loved physics. Another option was agriculture, because I grew up in a farm and I love farming. And there was also travel and tourism, because I like traveling. Once we finished our exams, the results were out and I had time to really think about my choices. And when the time came to revise our choices, my mother accompanied me to Embu, where we had to go change or revise our choices. And I changed my first choice to statistics, and I retained agriculture and travel and tourism. The decision to study statistics was purely mine, and my parents just supported my choice. They didn't question it, but yeah, I explained why I made the choice, and they really didn't discourage my choice. So I think we or you need to think about what you like and study a course to acquire knowledge that empowers you to do what you like. You need to dream, look at your future, try to align the future by choosing a course that you think will take you there. And another question. I saw you had applied for a Fleru scholarship. I have decided to try my luck and see how it goes. Any advice or anything you can share with me that can see me stand a chance, I will really appreciate. And I got a question. By the time you're applying, did you have your passport then? Because they have indicated they need one to upload the passport, and another, did you send your hard copies through a courier? because they have indicated one has to do that. Okay, to stand a chance, you really have to stand out. In any application, be it for a scholarship or a job, your motivation needs to be strong. You need to tell the scholarship, you need to tell why you need the scholarship, and try to make this or make it as personal as possible. Then apart from the motivation, of course, your recommendation letters are very important. So you need to pick your referees very wisely. And because they might not know you beyond class or job, you need to talk to them on a very personal level on why you need the scholarship. Give them your CV, give them all the information about the course that you're applying for and the scholarship that you're applying for. And I think the more personal the recommendation letter, the better, because yeah, they're really vouching for you and they need to show why you deserve this. So don't go for the general recommendation letter. Try to maybe you can suggest to draft the recommendation letter, and then they will just edit it and yeah, sign and send it. And of course, apart from sending out and doing all these things nicely, it goes without saying that your success also depends on reading the instructions carefully and submitting the application early. So if you need to send the document by post, ensure you send them early enough so that they arrive before the closing date. Back then, I used DHL, and after a week or so, I wrote to the university to ask them if they had received my documents, and they had acknowledged that they had received them in good order. And about the passport, actually, when I was applying, yeah, I was required to upload a copy of my passport, but I didn't have it at that point. It was being processed, and you know, Kenya sometimes things take more time than expected. So I wrote to the university and told them that the application procedure says I have to upload my passport, but I don't have it. And the response was, it's not necessary to upload it now, but once you get it, immediately send a copy by email. And then there was another part where they required a diploma supplement, and I really had no idea what that was. So I asked them again, yeah, what is this? And I think it was the KCSE result slip. So I asked my aunt who was in Nairobi, I was in Kilifi then, to send me a scan. She sent me a scan, and then I just uploaded it. The point is, don't waste your time asking me or asking another person who is actually not related to your scholarship, but just contact the university if you are unsure about anything. If you don't think you understand the instructions, or if something is really not clear, just write to them and ask them what you mean by this. If you say I have to send by post, do I do that? Or yeah, so if it's not something stupid, or if it's really something not clear, then you should ask. But then of course, if they say post the hard copies, then yeah, I believe the instruction is clear. It's just you post them, and they will give you an address where to post them. Okay. And the last question, I'm sorry to inbox you. How did you get a scholarship to Belgium? How did you apply? Kindly. Well, in this video, what I've said is, yeah, Google, read the instructions, and just, yeah, apply it. So to sum it up, just make Google your friend. And while scholarships are free, nothing is for free. So you have to put in the work. You have to search. You have to read the links. You have to browse the links. You have to read the instructions, and then you have to execute those instructions and within the given time frame. So yeah, you have to work for it. It's not free. You're more likely to get a scholarship if you really are motivated, and if you really show that motivation by doing the work yourself. Don't let anyone do it for you. Don't pay anyone to do it for you, because they don't know you and they will just write general stuff, and there are so many people who are general, but you need to stand out. Okay, so that's it. I have so many questions, but then I will not answer all of them because they are all about the same things. How do you apply? Where do you get these links? And I think the problem with a lot of Kenyans is we think that you need to know someone for something to happen, and also maybe there's a little bit of mistrust of Google. I'm not vouching for Google, but then all along I've been doing my own thing. I've been Googling myself, reading through those links, reading the instructions myself, and just do the applications myself. My parents have never really helped me in deciding which website to look at. They've never influenced my recommendation letters, or they've never helped me get a job or look for a job, but I take initiative. I know where I want to go, and their role is to support my choices. I explain to them why I'm making these choices, but then still it is my job to live my life. So yeah, don't let other people live your life. You need to act. I have not talked so much about the recommendation letter, and in the next video I'll be reading for you my recommendation letter, and I will be telling you how I drafted it and why I wrote whatever I wrote. Okay, so I hope you liked this, and if you have questions, of course, you can just write to me on the comment section or through social media. I hoping that you will be here for the next video, and if you like this video, I ask you please to like it so that other people who are as interested as you can see this video also. Okay, thank you.